Hi guys, what's up? And welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode in the new series that I've begun on my channel called Modeling Tips for Now. If you haven't watched the previous episode so far, then I will link it over here and also in the description box down below. So don't forget to check out the first episode in this series, which was called Polaroids and how you can film your own Polaroids at home. If you don't know what Polaroids are, that video is exactly for you. Now, if you're an aspiring model, this series is just the thing for you. If you want to get started, you don't know how to reach out to agencies, you don't know how to get your own pictures, and today we're going to talk about how to make your own comp card. Now, before I begin, if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're enjoying this new series of modeling tip videos, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. Now, before I start talking about how you can make your own comp card, let's first discuss and understand what is a comp card when you're a model. Just like every other profession requires a working professional to have a business card so that you can network, reach out, and people can see your work on the official links, for instance, given on the business card, the same way a comp card is basically a model's business card. So if you're someone who has just started out in the modeling industry, make sure to have a comp card. Now, a comp card, which is going to be your business card, is going to be useful for you to be able to show your work and other information about yourself, such as your measurements, your stats, and your contact information is going to be available on the comp card. And it helps you not just reach out to people that you want to work with. Maybe you want to hand out your comp card to new clients that you see as potential clients, or also agencies that you want to get signed up with. So one of the most important places where a comp card is usually asked for is when you go for casting shoots, casting calls, or just open scouting calls posted by agencies on their social media handles. Apart from a casting interview or a casting shoot, you can also use your comp card for open scouting calls, and also when you're on set as a professional model, you can still hand out your comp card, whether it's a soft copy or a hard copy, to people that you meet on the set, because as a model, you have to also know a lot of business aspects of the profession, because as a model, unless you're signed with an agency, if you're a freelancer model, you need to have the modeling skills, but on top of that, you also need to know how to network, grow your business, expand, scalability, and just a bunch of other things about personal branding, so that you continue to get more and more assignments and you get to work with bigger clients. Now let's jump to how do you make your own comp card at home so that you don't have to worry about who's going to do it for me and do I have to pay someone else to do it for me. If you're a freelance model, you can easily make your own comp card at home just by using a simple software that you may already be familiar with, which is called Canva. You can also make your comp card on other softwares, online websites that are available, but I find Canva to be the most user-friendly and also free software that you can easily use. Before we start making our comp card, let's first understand the type of comp cards that exist and what does a comp card really look like. So you can have comp cards in any template, but two ideal standards of templates that are followed for a comp card are usually the vertical type of comp card, which is double-sided, or you can also have a horizontal comp card. So I'm going to leave images of them somewhere on the screen. And so the horizontal comp card is going to be 11 inches by 8.5 inches. That's the standard size that you should be using. Why I'm mentioning these sizes is because when you go on Canva to make a custom design for your own comp card, you have to enter these dimensions while creating the comp card. On the other hand, if you choose to go for, say, a vertical comp card, then the measurements would be 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and these are the standard sizes used. You can go for other dimensions as well, but it's best to stick to the standards. The reason I said that you can make your own comp card at home if you're a freelance model is because if you are a professional model signed up with an agency, usually the agency is going to make the comp card for you, and we will dive into the difference between an agency model comp card and a freelance model comp card, but they will do it for you. And if they need additional pictures, they will either ask you for your set of pictures that you already have, and if they feel like there's the need for additional photos, or basically if you're a new model and they need your really nice no makeup standard pictures for the comp card, then they will do that test shoot for you themselves. If you're a freelance model, then having a personal comp card is a really nice thing to have just when you're starting out. And remember guys that you might be thinking at this point that, oh, I haven't really modeled a lot and I don't have such pictures, I don't have professional photographs. So even if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of commercial work to show, you can even use your digitals or your Polaroids to make a comp card, as the reference shows here. The basic purpose of a comp card is for a model to be able to show how diverse she is in the work that she has done, how versatile she is, in order to show her mid-length shots, full-length shots, her different angles, and that she can fit into, say, commercial and runway and editorial and different looks that she can pull off. And so it just really helps the client to get an understanding of what type of modeling you will fit into. And I remember that a couple of years ago when I went to the Lakme Fashion Week casting call that happened in Mumbai, they do post about this on their social media. So even in India, if you're going for runway fashion shows auditions, then you have to carry your comp card with you. Now let's start building your comp card. Say you've chosen to go ahead with a vertical comp card, then it is going to be double-sided. That is, you're going to be printing your pictures on both sides of the paper. So now on the front, you want to have a straight on headshot, which gives the client understanding and clarity on what you look like from the front straight angle. Do not try to have pictures here which are not lit very well or only show one side of your face, or maybe your hair is covering your face. Clients don't usually prefer that type of headshot to be your main headshot on your comp card. A standard comp card will have anywhere between 4 to 5 max best pictures of yourself. So among the pictures that you have of yourself, make sure to select the best few ones that you want to include on your comp card, and make sure that you have a range of angles and poses and frames within these pictures. You can align the pictures in the standard template. You can resize, zoom in, figure out how you want your personal comp card to look, because as a model, it's your business card and you have the flexibility and you can choose as to how your comp card is supposed to look. Now, if you're a model who has a decent amount of experience and you do have more than 5 pictures and you want to be able to show more work of yours, then apart from the comp card, which you will save as a PDF or as an image, it's up to you. Make sure to carry around a few printed copies of it as well when you're going for casting calls. Another thing that you can do, and I really maintain it as a soft copy, is to have a longer PDF which has more pages of the same comp card showing more work of yours, and so that way you can have your portfolio in hand as well. Now that is something I've seen a couple of agencies do, that if the client just wants to shortlist models at first, they can just have a look at your comp card, but if they want to see more of the model, then you can send in the longer document as well. Just remember one main thing for this comp card: different angles, different lightings, different poses, different frames, different backgrounds. Try to have these as much as possible if you have a vast portfolio, but you do not have to think that I cannot make a comp card if I don't have a portfolio at all. For that particular case, like I mentioned before, your Polaroids will work just fine. Now, once you've added all of those pictures and you feel like the client is going to get a very good understanding of you as a model and your vast variety of work, the next point is to the details to be added to your comp card. So the number one thing, you have to add your name to the comp card. Apart from that, you are also going to add your height, whether it's in feet or centimeter, but remember that this needs to be very, very accurate. While putting in details for your comp card, make sure that you measure the most recent stats of your body and do not put in information that might not be factually correct when you actually go for the in-person casting. After the height, you do want to mention your vital stats. Now, what your vital stats mean when a model is giving her measurements is the bust measurement, your waist measurement, and your hip measurement. And so for instance, you can see that here I've added 32, 25, 34 as my vital stats. Now these are subject to change, so make sure that just like your Polaroids, you have to update your comp card every 6 months as well, because your height might change if you're really young, your measurements might change, your hair color might be different at a certain point, which is another detail that you have to add to your comp card. Apart from that, you also have to mention your eye color, which is your natural eye color and not with lenses on. Once you've added all of these details, make sure you add your shoe size and your dress size, which is the standard dress size used in EU or UK, US. Mention which country format you're following so that The client also gets an idea of what size of outfit you're gonna fit into when you go for the audition or when you go for the casting, because they will keep the outfits ready for you accordingly. Now, once you've given your profile details or bio details, you can call it, the next thing that you have to add to your Compcard is your contact details, and this is where it differs if you're a freelance model or if you're signed up with an agency. So if you're a freelance model, by all means go ahead, you can give your contact number and you can give your email. However, if you're signed with an agency and the agency will be making your Compcard, they will ensure that they will add their own contact information. So your manager or your agent's contact information is going to be given, their email is going to be given, and it's also possible that they will add the agency's logo on top of the Compcard, which is very frequently seen. The obvious reason for this is so that clients do not directly contact the models that are signed with an agency, because it would not be a transparent way of working. And if you're a model signed up with an agency, try not to work with clients that are not coming through your agency, because that might ruin your relationship with the agency in the future. And of course, this does depend on what type of contract you've signed with the agency. If it forbids you to work independently with other clients, then you should abide by that agreement. So there you have it, guys. It's very simple to make your own personal Compcard. If you're a model just starting out, it's gonna look so professional. You're gonna appear much more prepared. And before you get into this industry, it's a good idea to have your Polaroids and your Compcard, both of these things that I've taught you in the last 2 episodes of this series, that you can make on your own, and you can send these to modeling agencies on their official casting emails. It's as simple as that. Yes, there is no regulated formula to make it as a model, and yes, there is no one direct path that everyone takes, but there are certain steps that you can start doing, and you will get a response from a lot of agencies. Some may reject you, some may not reject you. You never know what's gonna happen. So it's always a good thing to start taking chances. So that's how you build your own Compcard at home. It's super easy and should not take you more than a couple of hours at max, including the shortlisting of pictures and editing it and putting in your details. You can choose the font you want. You can be creative with it. It's a very fun process to do. I hope you guys liked this video and found it informative. Like I said, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys very soon in the next episode of Modeling Tips. As always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye.